Hi, I'm CJ Elmer with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. So we've got a used trailer sitting behind us here. So we do take trade-ins. Occasionally we buy trailers. This trailer actually came in on trade. This is a 2024 Transwest Royal 2-horse bumper pull. Maybe a Royale, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But regardless, this is a warm blood straight load trailer that we're going to walk you through. So like I mentioned, this came in on trade. These customers bought it brand new, decided they wanted to go with the 3-horse option, so they traded it in with us. When we get our used trailers in, a couple things we do. They go through our shop, we'll wash them up, we'll check tires. First and foremost, we align every trailer because they're no different in passenger vehicles. They can get knocked out of alignment. So we take a snapshot of when we put it on our machine and then when we're done, and we keep that on file. So we can always reference it if we need to. But we like to go through these trailers as best we can to make sure they're ready for you to go enjoy down the road. Now this one's a 24, so you know this thing was very lightly used. I don't like the term like new, lightly used. It is a used trailer. But with that being said, this trailer goes through our shop, gets checked out and ready for you to go and enjoy. So let's walk through it. On this model here, it is a extra tall trailer. I mentioned that on the warm blood, so it's 7'5" tall is the official measurement from Transwest, 6'9" wide. And then from the nose cap right up here to the back of the trailer is 15 foot 11 inches. So with the Transwest, you're going to get a combination of a steel frame. This one's got the aluminum side sheets on it, aluminum roof, wood floor. We'll walk you through it. First and foremost up here, this is going to be a 2 5/16 ball. So when you make this purchase, whether you already have a bumper pull drop hitch or you need to buy one through our parts department, you'll need a 2 5/16. It's got the 7-pin plug, safety chains, breakaway battery, all that. The nice thing is a lot of these tow vehicles can vary in their heights right now. So if it's something that you're unsure about what type of a drop hitch you want, we recommend just coming down here. Let's get you up to the trailer. We'll go to our parts department. We'll determine what size drop you need. Is it a 2? Is it a 4? Is it just a standard, almost a 0? Or we've got the options of like a B&W adjustable bumper pull. That's what I run on my personal truck. I love it because my flatbed versus some of these other bumper pulls, I might have to adjust it up or down. It's really a nice feature to have because I can make sure all the time that these bumper pulls are running nice and level. On the lower portion, you're going to get some diamond plate there to protect from rocks, shooting back from your tow vehicle. And then as we work in on this front tack room, so this is an interesting front tack setup because you're able to access it from both sides of the trailer. Now, I can speak for our new inventory, our Cimarrons, our Logans. One of the more popular options we've seen in the last couple of years is a tack setup that you can work off of both sides of the trailer, especially when you get into the bigger trailers, because you can actually tie horses on either side and be able to access your tack. You can have your saddles on one side, whoever's traveling with you can have theirs on their other side, and it's again nice to work off of. So again, these doors are dual. We'll show you. On the door itself, you're going to get a brush tray down low for some smaller items, door organizer, and then a window so you can actually create some air movement in this tack room. I mean, we're going to be throwing saddles in here, blankets, those type of items are going to be sweaty and stinky, so it's good to have some air movement in here. So in this front tack room, very interesting setup. First, we'll just start right here. This is their little water caddy that they have. It's got a little lid on it, so it works as a bench. But when I open it up, as you can see, it's got the hose right here. Get a ball valve, attach it there, fill up your buckets outside. Again, used as a bench. It's got some cup holders, those type of things already built into it. These are nice to have because when you go to events, you go to trailheads, you're traveling, doesn't matter what you're doing, it's nice to have water on board for your horses. Maybe you don't know where the hydrant is, maybe it's a long ways away, you don't want to pack those buckets, so it's nice to have right here. So you come in, you got some hooks, spare tires located behind me. This is also equipped with a 12-volt battery, so you can actually, turn your lights on and be able to function with those guys with that 12-volt battery. Switches are on either side. Another set of hooks up high. Above each door, you're gonna have a light. There's switches at each door access point. And then you're gonna get a roof vent up there as well. So that helps with that air movement as well. And just, again, you know, when you circulate that air, it's not gonna make this tack room just have that odor. On the partition wall, you're gonna have a couple sets of hooks, carpet behind it to protect items, especially when you're hanging up your bits, you know, head stalls up there, it's not rubbing against the wall itself. Then, underneath, so it's almost like a manger when we get to the stall area, I'll show you. But you've got access for storage to your saddles, so you have a saddle rack on each side, a couple blanket bars, and then a pass-through door that actually goes into that stall area. The nice thing is you can work in between the two, but when you're loading in this straight load, because of this setup, you're not going to have access doors going out of the trailer itself from the side. So when you're loading a horse or unloading, you can actually walk between the two. You know, they've kind of got their chest bars that kind of work in between these kind of mangers that we're looking at. But you'll be able to, again, walk a horse in, tie him up, come through the tack area itself, and then out the trailer. You're not having to try to, you know, squeeze by a horse trying to get out the back there. But again, it's nice to be able to work between the two itself. Carpet on the floor. Now, where the horses' heads are, on the outside here, you've got some access. So you've got a couple feed doors here on each side. You also have the jail bar, so you can drop that guy and drop it down if you need to throw some feed. Maybe you'll offer a water bucket, anything like that. Then it actually locks into place when you're traveling, so you can run with that down. If you don't want that much air movement, as you can see, you can shut it, open up the bus window, get some airflow there. Also, you're gonna get a window. I've kind of got it hidden behind the Dutch door there, but they've got a big bus window there over the hip of the horse. So again, air movement's a big thing. It's nice to be able to have that with these bus windows. LED light. Again, this isn't a big trailer, so LED kind of load light there in the middle of the trailer on the top rail there. As you can see, there's a hook right here to tie a horse. You have that light coverage. You have lights in the stall area. But again, you can tie them up right here and again work off of each side of the trailer. So these are two 3,500 pound rubber torsion axles, electric brakes. So your tow vehicle will either have to have an integrated brake controller or an aftermarket. If you need something set up with that, we can do that through our parts and service department. We'll just want a little bit of a heads up and get that scheduled. 15-inch tires and wheels on this combination. Now, this is one thing we also assess when we bring in our used inventory is tires. We want them to all match. We all want them to have good tread, and we all want them to be within 5 years of the date code that's on the sidewall of the tires. Now, this is a 24, so these tires have hardly been used. These are in really good shape, so no reason for us to go ahead and change them out. But let's see if I can find it here for you. I should have been a little bit more prepared for this part of it. What's interesting is on these DOT codes, they only put them on one side of the tire. So as you can see right here, there's a DOT and then there's a sequence of, you know, numbers, letters. What you want to look for is these last 4 digits or numbers, and they will be numbers. That one is 2023. So these tires were actually manufactured the 20th week of 2023. So they fall within that 5 years. But you want to look for that code. Again, they only put it on one side of the sidewall, which I find interesting. I've had to crawl underneath trailers, and you got to hope that that DOT code is on the lower part of that tire. It never fails that it's usually about the 4th tire I finally check that I get it when they're on the inside there. But as you get to the back here, again with this straight load, we have a rear ramp and then those Dutch doors. You saw that wrapped around the side of the trailer there. So with this being the straight load, you've got some butt bars, so you can drop that, you know, lead a horse in, you know, have your chest bar, you know, prepared. I would actually probably have it dropped so I can walk in and tie up a horse and then step through, and then I can go ahead and put that guy up. But as you can see, we got pads on the sidewall, pads on the divider itself. This is an airflow divider here, so air movement. Again, this guy here is 7'5" tall, is their official dimension on it. It's a one-piece aluminum roof. You have two-way roof vents, one above each horse. So again, with that drop window, with the two-way roof vents, we have windows in the back doors, windows in over the hip. You can create a lot of airflow in here. But in this guy here, again, you've got the feeders up top. They've got jail bars between the two horses as well. And again, there's a good look at that walkway when we actually go into the front tack room. Now, the other thing is if you wanted to remove this, these posts in here are removable. So if you wanted to create a box stall, it's a two-person job just because of the awkwardness. It's not so heavy that it's unbearable and you have to have two people, but it's more of the awkwardness, the length of it. So again, this guy can just pop out and go out. So whether you're needing to haul a toy, anything like that, or just create a box stall, this can be removed as well. Last piece is this is gonna be a wood floor on this guy. So it's the Douglas fir on here. These boards are in really, really good shape. Again, the age of the trailer is not very old. And again, it came in really good shape, very lightly used. I'll just drop that guy back in. You've got a load light here at the back. So you do have a load light on each side and then the rear of the trailer, so you have plenty of light coverage there. Switches are here at the rear. And then again, over here on the driver's side, same setup. There's that Dutch door, fold it around. In fact, I'll just get one of these out of the way so you can see that bus window from the exterior. Couple tie rings, one at the back post, same on the other side. Bus window, load light. So again, you have light coverage out here. Drop down feet door with jail bars again. All these are key to light too, so that's really nice, your tack doors and then those drops. And then as we work towards the front tack room, again, same thing, just like we saw on the other side. You can have that capability to work on both sides. It mirrors. The only difference is, your spare and your water tank. But as far as your tack setup, your saddle racks, your blanket poles, door organizer, and then brush tray and the door itself, they're going to be the exact same. So that's a good look at this little Transwest that we got in. It's a 2024 2-horse bumper pull. Again, it's that extra tall. So if you're needing that extra tall height and that straight load, this is a great option. I'm going to give you the stock number for reference. It is 5U241566. Again, we do take trade-ins, so if you're looking to upgrade, downsize, we can help you. Financing is available and delivery is an option, so we could potentially bring this to you. So give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day.